Hey, it's Melinda from Country Legacy. Today I'm going to show you how to make chicken fajitas on the Blackstone Grill. This is a super simple recipe and one that you'll want to try out. The nice thing is you can prep it ahead and have it ready for a very quick meal. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll slice up my onion first. All right, I'll cut it in half. Cut my ends off. Out of the way. And then I'll just cut these in strips. Super fast and easy. There, that's done. I'm gonna slide these out of the way. I'll grab my chicken breast here. And I'm just doing 2 chicken breasts today. I just cut these up kind of small. Kind of in small strips. A size that would be easy to eat. Typically I would never cut up raw meat next to my vegetables, but I'm going to be cooking them, so I'm not concerned about it. Got Mr. Moose here trying to push the table around. You want to say hi, Moose? You want to say hi? There we go. Okay, I'll get my gas turned on and get my Blackstone turned on. And we'll let this get nice and hot before we put our meat and vegetables on. Typically, you'll want to preheat your Blackstone while you're chopping up your ingredients, but I forgot. But now it's ready to put the oil on. I just have some avocado oil here, and you can use most any kind of oil. The main thing is to find an oil that can tolerate high heat. I think I'm going to oil this side even though it's not on yet. I am going to turn this left side on because I'm going to cook my tortillas over there. I'll probably turn that side down a little lower though. I'll get this chicken on first. And I'll get some onions on here. I'll break them up just a little bit. I love that sizzle sound. I have some frozen green peppers here. And these were from my garden from last year. What I typically do is I pre-slice them and then I put them in the freezer bag and then it's ready to make fajitas. This fall I would like to add sliced onions with the peppers and freeze them all together. That way I won't have to slice anything whenever I want to make fajitas. I can just grab a bag out of the freezer and everything will be together. With chicken, you don't want to overcook it. You want to get it to be about 160 degrees. I don't think I'll use a meat thermometer on this because it's pretty easy to see when the strips are done. It doesn't take too long. While this is cooking, I'm going to throw some flour tortillas on this side. You want to keep a really close eye on these so they don't burn. I have this on low, so it should be okay. You can crank it up high as long as you have time to watch it. But I have time because these have to finish cooking. And I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of fajita seasoning on this meat and vegetable mixture. You can put whatever amount you think you like. Sometimes I only put about a tablespoon on it just so I can have more of the meat flavor. I have my own recipe for fajita spice that I'll post down below. And you can use that, or you can just take a packet of fajita seasoning, mix and measure out whatever amount you need. And I'll post the ingredients that I put in mine, but you can modify this in pretty much any way that you want. You can add refried beans to the mix, which would have been great, but I didn't have much extra time today. I was working on strawberries. So I'm going to keep this recipe very simple. I'll check our tortillas here. Oh, yep, that one's ready to turn over. And that one is too. I don't like to overcook my vegetables either. So I feel like throwing it all on together works out pretty good because I don't want to overcook my chicken either. So they seem to cook about the same speed. I like a little bit of crunch left in my vegetables. I just think that's so pretty having the 3 different colors of peppers in here, and they're all sweet peppers. You could add jalapenos if you wanted to. I think I'm gonna pull these tortillas. I better take them off because they might burn. Doesn't that look so good? I don't know about you, but I love food cooked on the Blackstone Grill. You can always cut into your bigger pieces of meat and make sure that it's cooked all the way through. And this is, so I'm gonna get it turned off. I don't want it to overcook. So I'll assemble my fajita now. I'm gonna get lots of onions and green peppers on there too. I'm gonna get some cheese on here and some lettuce. You could put diced tomatoes, sour cream, refried beans, salsa, whatever you like on your fajita you could put on here. I'm gonna keep it kind of simple today. Well, it's now time to give this a try. The hard part is when you overfill it is trying to keep everything inside of the tortilla. The dogs are under feed. They want a sample of it too. Well, of course, you can't hardly mess up on fajitas. It was very good, and you can make so many modifications to make it work out for you, but it is a very simple meal to throw together. It does not take much time at all. So on a busy summer day, you could be outside, you can be enjoying the beautiful weather, all while throwing together a very quick meal. Let me know what you enjoy putting on your fajitas, and do you have any tips for the rest of us? So if you've never tried this and you get inspired to give it a try, let us know what you think about it. But now it's time for me to go in and sit down and enjoy dinner with my husband. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day, and I look forward to next time. Bye for now.